too good today to play the Talos Principle. Welcome to episode 3. My name is Adam. This is the DLC to the Talos Principle. Let's get on with today's tasks. Last time we completed, I believe, 2 or 3, I think 3 puzzles in the new area, and the final one in the first area. And now it's time to complete this one. Complete this this world, this island. Let's see what dev note we have here. Lovely view. It's a comforting thought that for all the challenges that our descendants are about to face, at least they will be surrounded by beauty. Yeah. It is a beautiful view. Nice mountain range in the distance. It's like the Alps. A little bit. Less jagged though. Okay. Can I somehow... Yeah, I can go down here. Here. Okay.
I'm just trying to say, I guess it seems more like fantasy than science fiction.
Because of the mythological language?
Yeah.
But that's precisely the point. So many science fiction stories are afraid of modernity. They have this incredibly cynical view of humanity where we have all this intelligence and all this power, but for some reason we can never use it to fix anything. It's almost like they've replicated the idea of original sin, but removed any possibility of redemption. And in Athena, modernity is part of the myth. Modern humanity isn't flawless, but it's still part of this great mythological tapestry. And the only reason that seems like fantasy is because so much contemporary literature is devoid of meaning, or imagines that meaning only existed in the past.
Yeah, meaning is always there. Well, eerie. This spot feels eerie somehow, like being trapped in a crypt, but well, with all the sublime beauty of the world outside. To be honest, it makes me panic a bit. Why are we spending our last moments in these miserable rooms instead of outside? You're a programmer. Isn't this your natural habitat? Also, you're saving the world. LOL, thanks, I needed that, you're right. If I went outside, my skin would burn off. Cool. Cool. Anything else down here? Well, let's go to this. Okay, so this is the exit. Probably. Yeah. Anything around? Doesn't look like it. I always like to check behind because there's usually something hidden. But nothing here. Opa. Oh, okay. Almost fell. Let's go inside. Blocker. Okay, lasers, blocks, and fans. We have a mine in here that is blocking progress. I'm guessing, yeah. Okay, so we need a red laser, probably a jammer or something, and something to weigh down that. I have a box in here. And I have a jammer. Okay, I need this box inside so I can transport the jammer, but I need that laser over there to activate that. So I think I could do that. can then activate this. Go to the other side. Gem this from this side. And then this through. Okay. So nothing to do in here. Okay. Not difficult at all. It's kind of easy.
Child program has completed puzzle and collected token.
Okay, so that was
Input required. When the story arc of old humanity is complete, what will happen to you, user Alexandra Drennan?
I'll die.
When you die, will you be able to load a save game, or will you respawn automatically after some time?
Well, Sun believes that we respawn, but I don't. Unfortunately, the Talos principle applies to everything. Material reality is inescapable, and we have to face that. I could be wrong, and you know, I'd love to be. Nothing would be more wonderful to me than finding out that heaven does exist, and I can meet all the people I admire and all the people I miss. But meaning has to be found in what we have, in what we know. We have to find a way of looking at this life, at this world, and saying, this is good.
Calibrating.
Wrong statue. The Statue of Liberty may be a symbol of the Enlightenment, and the Enlightenment may draw in significant ways upon the ancient Greco-Roman world. But I'm pretty sure this asset is misplaced. I suppose to the integration manager, an ancient statue is an ancient statue, unless we explain it. We'll add some tags. Alright. Some Roman statues as well. Okay. So 2 more puzzles. Okay. So yeah, let's do this one. Nothing on this side. Yeah, no way around. And on this side, let's go. Oh, is this loss? This is lost. Oh my god. Okay. Well, let's do the puzzle then. Lasers and fans. No boxes. No reminders. Stable citadel. We'll have to ascend this structure. Okay. Okay, there are two connectors. In here, then we have an always active fan. Another with a blue. Okay. Blue. So I think what we need to do is just go up. And I think we need this fan. So we have this. We have a connector. Once we have a connector, we need a blue, but I don't. Yeah, there's a blue here. Should be possible. We only have one connector, so it will not be possible just yet. So the only thing that we have is going up. But we don't have another fan. Yeah. So somehow we need to use all of this. Get another thing. In here, there's nothing. We have a red there. Blue here. Can we use that red for something? Huh. What am I missing? There's gotta be something. Now that I have a third fan, I can go up. This fan. And this fan. And I'll have to take the connector as well. Second connector. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay. Okay. Now we have 3 connectors. Good. With these, I will be able to get this here. Well, no, I'll have to get the blue up. Which means I need both of my fans again. And one connector. This connector last one. Okay. Like so. Okay. Now we need the red. So let's open these. Yeah, I need one fan. So let's get this red. I also need one fan. Another one there. Activate it. And the last one here. Drop onto here. So I can get this last connector. Now I have all of them. Which means that these fans go onto the platform. Alright. Then that's one connector. You can see both blue and red. That is irrelevant because this is blue and this is red. Awesome.
Child program has completed puzzle and collected token.
So this was quite straightforward.
Hey, boss. Just so you know, I'm going home.
Okay, drive safe.
I'm gonna be slightly late tomorrow because there's a funeral I have to attend. Not sure why we still have funerals, to be honest. At some point, it's just gonna be piles of corpses everywhere. But I can't say no to this one.
Do you want to take the day off?
No, there's too much to do. I'll just be a little late.
Okay. Take as much time as you need.
Will do.
And Aurora,
Yeah,
who is it?
my brother.
Oh, God. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, the little jerk always had to be the first at everything. Guess he wins again.
Are you sure you don't want more time off?
I'm sure. See you tomorrow.
Gee. Sad how all of this is normalized. In the case of a pandemic that kills everybody, the end of the world, and its death is just natural. Nothing in the water. Alright, so this will be the last puzzle of this world. Nothing behind here. So let's jump into it. Animated suspension. Lasers, boxes, and fans. Okay. Red and blue. Here we will need to launch ourselves. Probably. Over the wall. Using this. will get us there. So we need a red laser. This is blocked. Need it ready here. Okay, what's over this side? Let's open this up. This gets us a blue. This launches us back. So we need the box over there. But first we need to get this box over here. Maybe. Any other blue that I can connect this to? Jesus. This blue. And I guess this as well. Okay, that's another connector. And get a what does this do? Okay. I need two connectors in the main area. So I will need two connectors here as well. I will not. There's no ladder here. I need this activated. Okay. Interesting. I was able to get out because, yeah, cool. Yeah, okay. Let's do it again. Let's put it into a more available spot. Good. Okay. Now, what do we do with the second box? We need to get it over there. Which means let's rotate this again. Yeah. Now we rotate it. Put the box there again. Attach this guy to the red once again. So that can I turn this around? That guy is not active. I can send the box through. I need to open this gate, but not turn on that one. Which means disabling all of these connections and just patching the blue through. But I need to remove this box first. Okay. Box is here. Red laser here. Perfect. Okay.
Child
That was
program has
difficult.
completed all required puzzles in this level.
Yeah, I did not know what to do with the rotation.
New note. Perhaps we should create a system that will allow parallel iterations to communicate with each other. It's already bad enough that we have to isolate them. We could at least give them a chance to communicate with their brothers and sisters. Of course, the more we add, the messier it gets, but sometimes I think it's the mess that's gonna save us.
Yeah, as I said before, it was this this interaction with the rotation that I did not figure out quick. I had to look at the problem for a long time before realizing that I could block one of these signals and rotate between them to change the direction. while being outside so that I can get out of there. But yeah. So those are all of the puzzles from this area. So, and we have the star as well, so it's time for us to go back to the hub. Because we have everything, yeah. Okay. And I think we have enough time to explore the third world and see what it has to offer. Maybe solve 1 or 2 puzzles as well. Egyptian. Yeah, this is my favorite area. At least the style of architecture. It's the nicest of them all. 6 sigils, 1 star, once again, so only 3 stars in total in the overworld. There's 1 puzzle right there. 3 this way. And 2 this way. So let's maybe start with what the world looks like and try to explore that. Rock has no collisions, priority low. Okay, you can walk right through it. Oh, I can. Alright. Also too hard? This puzzle seems awfully hard. We don't want to lose iterations too early in the process, when they've barely had a moment to start thinking. The integration manager will create a more appropriate difficulty curve later. I'm guessing it will start with something like a tutorial. We'll start looking into that after the next test run. Puzzle too easy? I solved this in a couple of minutes. The puzzle should be way harder than this. Yes, but you solve everything in a couple of minutes. He's not wrong. Alright, so 2 varying opinions on the difficulty of this puzzle. So maybe this way. Technically you can jump on this, but I don't think it will serve a purpose. There's a def command over there, and here. Floating palm tree. I think it was fine the first time I tested the level. Did someone move it, or did the asset break somehow? And then there's one up over here. Boredom. I walked all this way and there's nothing interesting. I'm telling you, the child program will die of boredom. This is not a bug. We have other things to deal with. It's not, but he's not entirely wrong either. We should encourage curiosity as much as we can. Entire generations will have to live in these worlds, and while the simulation can be so fulfilling that they never choose to leave, it shouldn't be torture, even if all we can give them is the occasional moment of delight. So, yeah. Nothing over here.
Child program is out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Nothing over there, I don't think. Okay. These are just ruins. Our future? It really creeps me out to think that our future will look like this. Every city we love will just become ruins. Our homes will be just like this, a bunch of walls with no meaning. But if we succeed, then there will be cities again. It happened to the ancient Egyptians, it happened to the Romans, it happened to the Mayans. Every great civilization crumbled, and I guess this is the aftermath of, or not the aftermath, but the realization that we will also end up like this. Remaster this, please. Recording.
All right. Alex asked me to take charge of this meeting. I'd like to think it's because my job is making sure the data your baby is going to produce gets into the baby you guys are building. And yes, I realize it's weird that I just called them babies. Anyway, I think the real reason I got this job is because I'm a little more blunt than she is. I know last week was traumatic. I know that all of us have lost family members. But we can't afford to slow down. Not right now. I know we can't all be like Alex. But you know how Trevor's dad died, and the next day Trevor came in anyway? And he was a bit glum, and he didn't make as many bad jokes as usual, but he worked just as hard? I need that from you right now. Just until we know all the basics are functional. Okay, guys? Love you.
Some good reinforcement for the task ahead. Yeah. Alright, so was one side. Okay. This is the entrance, but this left side. Another recording. And behind these. Nothing behind here. I will guess that nothing will be on top either. Yeah, nothing over here. We have a nice view. Oh yeah, we've been here before. What about over here? And below? Another recording?
Can anyone explain what's going on here? Why did the simulation just spawn a football?
Well, the engine was originally developed by Crow Team for Football Glory 9.
Is that the open world one?
Yeah,
That one was weird.
I know. But it was their most famous franchise, and they just... I don't know, I guess they wanted to try something new? God knows I've been there. Did I ever tell you I used to write accounting software? There's something the world's not gonna miss. Anyway, Football Glory 9. It was weird, but to be honest, I didn't hate it. And the engine had a lot of good features. They ended up making all kinds of other stuff with it. But it still has a bunch of its original functions, and when you combine that with the item library and the IM and all the other weird stuff we're shoving into it, sometimes it spawns some unexpected objects. Mostly footballs. European footballs.
That's the thing that we encountered earlier. With the spawning of the footballs in the level. Looks like nothing in the oasis. There's a comment up there. Wish we were here. One of my few real regrets is that we never managed to see Egypt. Images of the desert have always given me this profound sense of longing for adventure, and the pyramids, Luxor, Abu Simbel, Karnak. So many amazing places we'll never get to see. I must say, I've been to Egypt, like once or twice, I think. And I recommend it to you guys. It's just, you know, the sense of wonder on seeing all the ruins and you know, the desert and the pyramids. Even though Cairo is like right over the river, it's very, very close to Cairo. But yeah, if you ever need to go on a vacation, then Egypt is definitely one of the greats, and you get to see the pyramids. So that's another level. The rest around here. That's just circling back to the right. Okay, so let's start with this level. Let's see what we need to do. Boxes, lasers, and fans. Conundrum Cascade. So we have a fan, we need a red laser. We have it right here. This will launch us up. There is a ladder here. And we need a red. Probably up through there. Okay, we can get a box right away. Through this. Which also means that we can go up right away. Okay, so we'll need 2 boxes to get up. Anyway, can do this. This fan is always active. That sends us up. And we can get this box. To weigh this down. Activate this. Okay. We created a shortcut. Now we have a way up there. What's this? Something or other. Probably this. If I disconnect this, will this open? Yes. But there is also a red through there. Okay, well. What we need now is the red through there. Which means getting that and getting both of those. Will not be able to see that though. I will be able to see it through there. Alright. Let's get this laser up there. With a box, of course. Oh, I have a ladder. Okay. I need the box as well. Okay. So, box. This will be able to see this and this. Let's put it right here. There. Closer. There we go. Okay. Now we get one. And that's another connector. That is the last connector that we need. Now we need to get it up. down. Put it there. Put it there. Go up. And now that I have you guys, I need a red. I need a fan. Okay, this is all we have. Okay. I got it. Long one. Sometimes I think I'm stupid.
Child program has completed puzzle and collected token.
Yeah.
Input required. When you die, what will happen to your consciousness?
It will just, stop.
Is this a failure state?
That's hard to answer. I think, in and of itself, life is always preferable, always valuable. But that doesn't mean that if I die, I will fail. There's a greater purpose that my life is part of, and if I succeed at serving that purpose, that can be my win condition.
Calibrating.
Okay, let's do one more, then we'll call it a day. Okay, Proxys lasers fans. Supposedly the hardest or the easiest. We'll see. Parabolic interference. Right. There's no way for us to go there. No way for us to go there. And they will jump. And a blue one. And then a red one. And this. Okay, so they have to be enabled, disabled, enabled, disabled. Oh. Still cannot go to it. So when it's on that side, this guy is connected to both of these emitters, but that guy as well, which means that two of these cross each other, and the one remaining goes to the one that also directs the color to everybody else. And it also connects to the side that then launches it to the other side. So it's always like so. Not that hard, but still confusing a bit. It was a little bit of trial and error, but it was fine. Cool.
Child program has completed puzzle and collected token.
New note. I should talk to Nadia about the Jeff Goldblum marathon. Trevor was right. We are not solitary creatures. We laugh together, we cry together, and we need something to remind us of that, of why we're doing this in the first place. I haven't seen Buckaroo Banzai in years. I just don't know if we have enough time.
Alright, and as I said before, I think this will be it for today. We completed 2 levels in the final area, so thank you very much for watching this episode of the Talos Principle in the beginning, the 3rd episode to be exact. And if you liked the episode, consider dropping a like. If you have something on your mind that you would like to tell me, don't hesitate and type in a comment to let me know what I can do differently or how we can improve. And yeah, so let's scale this mountain, let's look at the surroundings, and yeah, thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.